Let's take a look at some of the most expensive US coins sold at auction in 2025. The 1874 Bigfit $10 is a near unmatched rarity. Only 2 gold examples exist. This was a bold experiment, an early attempt at an international gold coin, listing its exchange value in multiple foreign currencies directly on the reverse. Its mystique deepens with its origins. Long unknown to 19th century collectors, the gold Bigfit only resurfaced in the early 1900s. This spectacular coin is graded by PCGS as Proof 65 Deep Cameo, and at auction in August it was sold for $2,040,000. This massive Just and Hunter ingot is a surviving giant of the California gold rush, and a direct relic of the shipwreck of the SS Central America, the legendary ship of gold that sunk during a hurricane in 1857. Weighing 649.15 ounces, it is the second largest Central America ingot ever auctioned, and one of the only 13 known in this colossal 500-ounce class. A tangible survivor of the disaster that helped trigger the Panic of 1857. It stands amongst the most important gold rush artifacts ever recovered, and sold at auction in April for $2,130,000. The 1879 Quintuple Stella is America's elusive metric gold double eagle. Struck as an experiment in international coinage, it represents a bold attempt to align US gold with European standards. Then quietly vanished when the idea collapsed. Just 5 coins were ever minted. 1 rests permanently in the Smithsonian, leaving 4 in private hands. This Proof 64 Deep Cameo example traces an elite lineage through Virgil Brand, Amon Carter, and Bob Simpson, emerging as the second finest certified survivor, with its unusual Dio Est Gloria motto, Goloid weight inscriptions, and profound cameo contrast. It stands as a capstone rarity that was sold at the August ANA show for $2,160,000. In January, Heritage Auctions sold one of the most storied coins in US Mint's history, the fabled 1894 S Mercury Dime, with a mintage of just 24 coins, and today only 9 of those known to have survived. This coin, along with pieces like the 1913 Liberty Head Nickels and the 1933 Double Eagle, has managed to capture the imagination of the collecting public like very few coins can. So when the Eliasberg coin came up for auction in January, graded as PCGS Proof 66 BM, it was no surprise when it sold for $2,160,000. Born from a late 1870s dream of international US gold coins, the Stella was never meant for pocket change. It was a type of salesman sample for Congress, and the 1880 Coiled hair is the trophy of the entire quartet. Only 9 examples have been traced, making it the rarest Stella variety. This Proof 67 CAC survivor represents the series at its absolute peak. The coiled hair portrait, often linked to George Morgan, has a distinct sculptural, almost medallic presence, paired with Barber's Gold Star reverse. It's a coin born of a monetary scheme that failed, preserved by chance, and elevated by survival. Graded by NGC as Proof 67 in an old-school holder, it sold for $2,280,000 at auction. From the private collection of Mint Director Frank A. Leach, this 1907 rolled edge $10 isn't just rare. It's an experimental history you can hold. Most rolled edge eagles were struck for release, then abruptly condemned and melted when the mint rushed out a new design. Only 2 proof examples are confirmed today, and this is the famed Leach-Simpson coin. What sets it apart is the telltale trial strike feel, satin-proof surfaces, heavy die polish, an unusually razor-sharp strike, and the irregular star's edge, usually associated with the earliest segmented collars. The piece is graded as Proof 67 by PCGS, and at auction in October, Heritage managed to raise $2.4 million. Our next coin came from the sale of the Bruce Sherman collection in January, struck at the very edge of the mint's early capabilities. This 1798 Small Eagle Half Eagle is one of American numismatics' true phantoms. Though nearly 25,000 half eagles bear the 1798 date, only one die pairing used the obsolete Small Eagle reverse, and just 6 or 7 examples survive today, with no mint state coins known to exist. This AU55 PCGS specimen is the finest confirmed example, tracing a storied path through legendary hands, including King Farouk and the Pogue collection. Long overlooked due to its exceptional rarity, recent 7-figure auction results have restored its rightful status as the top-tier early gold trophy, including this sale, where it achieved $3 million by final call. The 1927 D Saint-Gaudens Double Eagle represents a perfect storm of coincidence, rarity, and some might argue, fate. It easily stands as the rarest 20th century gold regular issue coin. Its initial mintage was already minuscule at only 180,000 coins. Not that that matters much, as most of those coins were eventually destroyed in the gold recall of 1933, and virtually none made it into circulation, most going straight from the mint to private collections or overseas vaults. Today, only 7 coins can be traced in private collections, with an additional 4 coins in museum collections. Here we see the Fox Ducor example, graded by PCGS as MS65+, and was sold by Heritage in January for $3,840,000. Coming in at the pole position is one of the greatest coins in US history, the 1794 flowing hair silver dollar, the very first silver dollar issue in history. The early US mint had a lot of hurdles to overcome, including presses that simply weren't powerful enough to strike large coins like the silver dollar, which goes a long way to explain the small mintage of only 1,758 coins for this early issue. Graded as MS63+, the Boyd Cardinal coin is ranked as the 5th finest known example of this rare coin. It was sold in November by Stax Bowers for the sum of $4.5 million. But without any doubt, the coin that dominated the charts and the numismatic press in 2025 was the astounding new discovery, or perhaps more accurately, re-emergence of a previously undocumented 1804 Class 3 draped bust silver dollar, bringing the total number of coins known to 16. And not only that, but it is also the finest known Class 3 dollar known in private hands. Graded as PCGS MS65 with CAC and CMQ endorsement, the 1804 dollar is not known as the king of American coins for no reason. It is a coin that was never meant to exist. Created in 1834 when the USA wanted complete proof sets as diplomatic gifts for foreign courts. Mint records reflected that 1804 was the last date that silver dollars were minted. So, in an effort to avoid creating a mint rarity, they struck the coins with the 1804 date, not realizing that those coins listed were actually struck with older 1803 dies. This coin has been hiding away in the James A. Stack collection for over 75 years. Safeguarded, but forgotten. When it crossed the auction block, it set a new record price for the type at $6 million. Subscribe to WNN and feel free to watch a video about the 15 greatest US coins of all time right here next. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.